Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you're all having a fantastic start to your week. Today I wanted to talk about burnout, chronic pain, and health anxiety, and how they can all be sort of tied together at times for some people, and how connected they can be, and ways to sort of combat that. So burnout, as its own thing, is a chronic state of stress. Chronic pain is a chronic state of pain as well as stress. And health anxiety is often an amplification of an underlying anxiety stress condition. So when you're looking at them separately, there's certain things that sort of are unique to them individually, but then there's a lot that is the same and connected. And so what came first? It's sort of like the chicken and the egg question, right? So on the one hand, burnout can happen entirely on its own in different settings and different situations and not involve a physical condition or chronic pain condition. And so can health anxiety as well. But sometimes they're tied together and it can lead to a lot of suffering for people. So the ways that they're connected is that underlying each of those conditions is the anxiety and the stress. And so when we're dealing with chronic stress conditions, a lot of times it can manifest physically. And when we're in a lot of pain or we've been living with a painful condition for a long time, we also can have anxieties come up around that condition, sort of like, the question of like, will I always feel this way? Is it ever going to get better? How do I go on living like this? Finding meaning in life despite being in pain. All of those things can cause anxiety and so on. And then that sort of has a snowball effect. They sort of start to intermingle and connect, so that I'm not saying that chronic stress will definitely lead to chronic pain conditions, but what I am saying is that they're often connected, and that we can't address one thing without addressing all of it. So if you've done all of the things that you can do from a medical perspective to address your condition, your chronic pain condition, and you're not finding any relief or as much relief as you had hoped, then dealing with the anxiety and the emotions that come up around that could be or should be part of your treatment plan, so that we address the whole body, we address the whole person from a holistic perspective. So if you've done the physio, or maybe there's been surgery involved, you're doing all of the self-care and all of the stuff that you're supposed to be doing in order to relieve the pain that you're feeling, and whether it's physical pain or emotional pain, when you're doing all of the hard work and you're not seeing the benefits, the relief that you're hoping to get, that can further your feelings of anxiety and depression. And so how this leads into sort of health anxiety is that a lot of times when we're living with a chronic pain condition and those anxiety feelings come up and they're not being addressed or dealt with through the traditional medical system, we can start to feel very hopeless, and we can also start to question, what could it be? It's not this, and we've had all the tests done and they've ruled out all of these things, and your mind can go off into a whole tangent around what could it possibly be. And it's the fear of the unknown really that causes the anxiety to increase, because there's some relief in getting a diagnosis and a treatment plan that at least you feel like some activity, and you can be more proactive about your health and you have a game plan. But when you're feeling in your body, experiencing sensations in your body, it can't really pinpoint the cause. That can lead to a whole other level of anxiety that's sort of on top of regular, not regular, but the expected anxiety that one would feel around having a chronic condition or feeling burnt out. And so when we look at all of these things separately and together, the thing that we can do as individuals is become more knowledgeable about how our body works, and that's through, mindfulness practice and meditation practices, but maybe also, doing some research, learning more about the inner workings of the body. I was just talking to a friend earlier and mentioning how the things that I learned about my body through the years, seeing different professionals, always benefit to me, because I feel like the more that I learn about how my body works, the more that I can have some sort of control over the things that I control, which is diet and exercise and mindfulness practices and things like that. Also give me language that I need when I'm talking to healthcare professionals to be able to say, this is what I'm experiencing, feeling this part of my body, and it can really help to, help your health team, help you figure out what's going on for you. And so hope that you'll reach and get that you need if you're experiencing burnout, if you're living with a pain condition, or just feeling increase in anxiety. The world that we're living in today is to be expected. There's a lot going on, and there's a lot unknown. And really, that's I think the best things for me, learning how to manage my own stress response, my own anxiety, is that I can now decide, figure out what an acceptable level of risk is for me. I'll figure out what's in my control and what's not in my control. It gives me more overall control of my thoughts, feelings, and how I react to this. That way, I can benefit ourselves. Sorry, I'm reading the comments here. For comment. Horrible, but thinking it will just make you anxious more. Yeah, sure. And, when we think about the future and we're, telling and future cast stuff, it can add to our feelings of anxiety. So it's important to learn how to practice presence, mindfulness in this moment. For those all sort of stick heads in this moment, be aware. We want to be aware of what's going on inside of our bodies. We want to know how to talk about what's going on inside of our bodies with people that could help us. Yeah, joining me. I appreciate the comments. So yeah, I hope that this that helps people to know they're not alone. There's a lot of people experiencing burnout. A lot of people with chronic conditions who feel, hopeless or helpless in their life. I know that it's kind of you get sucked to that, and it's like quick where you feel like there's just no way out, and I want to make sure that there is a way out. Many different ways. So my out, the way that I clients find their out isn't necessarily to be for everyone. I do feel the more we talk about these questions, how it impacts our, that people to sort of heads up and look around and see what else is out there that the traditional community isn't making available because of their resources, but it's out there for to ourselves out. We just have to do a search. So I invite you to continue watching and continue to be open to about yourself more and about what's out there that can be helpful. And so if I can be of you, I invite you to me. I share daily, Friday, in my group where I really share patients and practice. It's just a part of what I offer. That's the part I offer free of charge to who's, a little bit of an area. And I it's one to, the work and to gain resources in order to heal their burn. Not necessarily heal their pain, but me learn to manage, to maybe a different thinking of it. Because we don't are not sense in our body, can't completely make pain in our body communicating with. So I just want to keep our open to the things that come up. They're opening if they have goals, exposed to circle them a little bit. Maybe ways that you're in a way to relieve. Some way, some yoga practice sometimes relieve tension. And so yeah, you it's a for women identifies or binary to say to having offerings make them life. So helping to do mindfulness or meditation, and then hey Neil, happy birthday, coming in, and yeah, I enjoy meditation. Thank you all.